Black Oni.
You're now listening to the Black Oni Podcast.
Welcome to the show, everyone. I hope that you all are doing fantastic. I'm so excited to have this podcast episode for you all today. But before I get into any of that, I just want to take a moment to introduce everyone that we have on the show today. So to my direct right, we have Imfamousx1x. Would you mind telling the wonderful folks at home or wherever they are on a train or, in a car, if you're watching in a car right now, please just listen to us. Don't watch. Where can they go find you?
Hello, everybody. I am the infamous test subject, but you can call me Imfamousx1x, and you can find me on Twitch under the same name. I am Famousx1x. Also on Twitter and IG. No, the name is not I'm famous.
I mean, but she is, though.
No, I'm not.
Don't let her lie to you. What kind of things can people expect out of your content?
If you coming around into my world, you're going to find I'm a huge variety streamer, but you're going to find me shooting things. I shoot a lot of things on Apex, Call of Duty, Division. I am a fighting game head, so you will see Tekken, Soul Calibur, action RPGs, and occasionally some good horror. I like a good scare.
Excellent. And right underneath me, we have Mr. DreamManifested. Tell the kind folks at home who you are, what you do, and all that good stuff.
What's going on, everybody? I am DreamManifested, the man, the myth, and the legend. I'm a variety streamer. Play a lot of shooters. A lot of raging be going on. I play fighter, namely Tekken. That's really the only one. But you can find me at pretty much everything. All of the socials, Instagrams, Twitches, Twitters, DreamManifested. The SoundCloud at DreamManifested too. That's just, you know what I'm saying? That's a growing thing, but yeah.
Oh, wait. You ain't gonna just bypass that and not say anything about it. You gotta tell people what the hell's going on with that.
So, I've always written, I write poetry. I've been writing stuff like that, all my life. And over the past couple of years, one of my best friends actually has been making beats for the past decade. And they're actually really fire. And I used to always say, man, you should be big. And I would listen to folks putting stuff down. I'd be like, nah, man, they ain't catching the beat right. Or they not really talking about nothing. But I can't only just criticize if I don't try myself. So that's what we're doing out here.
I can dig it. And last but not least, in the hot seat for today, our special guest, Xmiramira. Please tell the people at home who you are, what you do, all that good stuff.
All right. Name's Mira. I play Sims mainly. I'm a content creator, streamer. I'm variety when I feel like it, when Sims gets on my damn nerves, which is pretty often. We just kind of have fun. We turn up. I tried Among Us the other day. That was pretty cool. I just play with literally whatever I feel like it, but usually it just comes back to Sims. Name is Xmiramira on all socials. Everything from Xbox to PlayStation to Discord to Twitter to everything is all Xmiramira.
Beautiful. And quick note and quick shout out. Xmiramira has been doing some amazing things since the very day that I met her, which was 4 years ago, something like that.
It was a minute.
It's been a minute.
It was a minute.
Yo, she's the truth. Make sure y'all go give her some love right off the bat. We're going to be continuing to learn more about Mary here. There's some questions in here I never even asked you before, but some of the stuff I already know. But this is I like to give my people in the hot seat an opportunity to kind of really shine and have that chance to say things you may not have been able to say in other places. They haven't asked these particular questions. But before we get into our interview, I want to know about our icebreaker. What is the scariest thing in video games? And I have an answer if no one else has an answer already.
I got one.
I got one.
Okay, let's hear it. Let's start with Mira.
All right. Scariest thing for me in video games is horror games when you cannot defend yourself. Like horror games where you have to just spend the whole time hiding. I hate that shit. I need a gun and I need a lot of bullets. I need to at least be able to defend myself. I can't be ducking and dodging from these hoes. Like, I need to be able to buck at somebody. This ain't right.
So Outlast is a no-go for you?
Yeah, no. I played Outlast. I got drunk. I got, what is it? I made Henny Colada. It was an event until about 20 minutes. My ass ran into a cactus and said, hell no. I didn't even get to the part of the enemies. I didn't even get there. I was like, wait, I don't got nothing to defend myself. Backed out into a cactus and just cut the game off. I was like, yeah, no, fuck this. And that was like, what, 2-3 years ago? I ain't opened that shit since. Hell no. I need a gun.
Yeah.
You're not going to give me a what is it? A steak and a prayer. Fuck that. I need to
The power of Christ compels you.
Right. Like, what I'm supposed to do with this? Giving me a camera. What the fuck I'm going to do with a camera? Take snapshots of you to death? Like, I need a gun.
I mean, you'll be able to see it coming in all types of ways. Record your death.
That Outlast is a no-go.
Let's go with Dream.
Well, that would have been mine because I feel very strongly about that. I say that every time. I'll play any horror game as long as I can defend myself. I'll say the scariest thing in games. Running out of ammo, maybe.
Damn. Just in general, or like in scary games?
Nah, in general. Whether it be PvP, a game like one game that I'm recently playing a lot of is Remnant, which is like a Souls inspired. It's like Gun Souls, and they like to put a lot of mini bosses at you. And then, so in one little area, like you could hear them coming, and I'll be like, "Oh shit, I ain't got no bullets!" And I just start rolling. Yeah, I don't like that feeling.
The iframes.
I need bullets.
Damn.
Infamous. What about you?
I'm sorry, I gotta go even more outside of the box of both of those. The game crashing and you don't know if it's saved.
Oh,
that is the most scariest experience in life, especially if you've been on something. I had a situation where I was playing Doom. I was at the boss and it decided to blue screen and I was like,
the rage build up.
Where are you about to put me at? Because I'm not doing this mode all over again. Like I will never. I've literally not went back to some games from that happening. Like nope, I'm not. Nope, not doing this. Nope, I'm not.
No.
People in the chat, I want to hear y'all's thoughts as well. I see a lot of agreements on both the the not defending yourself and the game crash.
That actually almost happened to me recently.
That's the reason why I frantically save Sims every 20 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour. As a matter of fact, I'm about to write down right now to make it a piece, man, so my chat can remind me. I was supposed to do that shit months ago. I'm about to do that right now.
Always. I be in folks' chats, like when they playing stuff, save, get to a save point, get to like it, man. Checkpoint, something like even Fall Guys. It's like, well, I'm to the checkpoint. All right, I keep
right.
It's like it's Fall Guys. Wait a minute, why do I have this mentality here?
I don't think I have a better one than any of those. Mine is sharks in video games because they are soulless, like death machines that just follow you in the water, and it's not a lot you can do in the water. Most of the time, you're playing a game where you're in the water, so it's like you're in the water and you're gonna die, and it's always gonna be at a time where you ain't expecting it, but you are expecting it, but you're not.
This sounds very specific.
So that means you didn't play that one shark game, did you? Where you are the shark.
See, I feel like that's different. You're the one invoking the fear. You're the one with the power in the water. You know what I'm saying? But if you're you're talking about the PvP shark game.
No, Man Eater. Gilmer said it.
Man Eater is single player and you play as a shark. So for that, it's like that don't scare me because I'm not in any danger as the shark. I'm the predator there. But if I'm a human or some animal in the water and there's a shark, man, get out of here.
How many games are there where you can get bit by a shark?
There's a surprising number of them. Assassin's Creed, Far Cry. Those were both enough examples from me where it was just like, all right, I don't like this shit. I don't like this.
Can we sum it up to animal? Can we sum it up to animal attacks instead of it just being sharks? Because I hate being attacked by bears in games and boars.
But bears, you can defend yourself. You can run. You can dodge, bob, and weave. You can shoot them. You can
fight in the water. Some of them guns work on the water.
Animals in Red Dead to tear your ass up.
They will. But you said the fact that you said some of them guns will work. It was just enough for me. Like that ain't all. That's enough. Some of them.
All of them.
You don't have them guns.
I
You're
got
gonna
those.
get ate up, basically.
There ain't no guns in Assassin's Creed, my guy.
but wait. What? It goes back to your own logic, Dream. But what if you run out of bullets?
Well, I ain't gonna be in Did you have to get in the water? Is there no boogie boards, no jet skis? Assassin's Creed ain't got no jet skis.
The sharks will eat you out of both of those things. Get out of here. You seen these games? They make these sharks way too strong.
Sharks can run up on you and assassinate you.
I did get my ass whooped by a bear on Red Dead as well.
Mm-hmm.
I tried to roll up on it all cool. I said, "Oh yeah, I'm about to." Yeah,
that did happen to me too. I feel like that happened to everybody.
Yeah.
And a pack of wolves tore my ass up one time.
Yeah.
I just feel like I heard them feeding barking. I was like, barking? What you?
Dog and a fucking wolf.
Mm-hmm.
I've had boars attack me on Far Cry. I'm shooting people, and a whole boar just take me out, and I'm just like, you. I should have just made you bacon. I should have just made you bacon.
Delicious.
That's why I named my Poogie Bacon Bits on Monster Hunter.
Mine is Spam on Monster Hunter.
Y'all are wild.
Just name mine after my cat.
What's your cat's name?
Max.
Yeah. See, that's a lot more, a lot less food related than
Just name them after my cat.
All right, so we're going to jump into what we call the meat of the podcast, where we start delving into all the things that the podcast is really about. Starting first with an interview with you. And by the way, my other guests, you guys can jump in at any point to ask any of these questions or your own questions as well, because there's going to be a lot of springboard questions. You're going to have some inspiration to ask something. Oh yeah, them spiders on grounded.
Hey, before we continue, I just realized I made a mistake. My dumbass ain't played Monster Hunter in so long. Y'all talking about them pigs. I ain't even get to name that pig. That pig always kicking me off of her. I meant the little cats that follow you around.
Oh, yeah.
I ain't get to name my Poogie. Yeah, my calicos are named after my cats. I ain't get to name Poogie. Poogie just be, I never get the timing right, and that shit always hit me. And
yeah, my calico is named after my cat, but the pig is named Spam.
I ain't even get that far. Them hoes don't like me. I give up. They be like, pet them. I'm like, hell no, I got a mission to do. I gotta go.
I got shit to do. Oh, that's too good. What was the first game you remember playing when growing up?
Super Mario. Was it Mario on Super Nintendo?
And what was that experience like?
It was pretty rage worthy. I was little and I used to rage out. It was hard. That shit is still kind of hard to me for this day. Like to this day, as you go up in levels in Mario, I don't think I think I beat it eventually. But as a little kid, that shit was just stressful, and I just kind of was just like, all right, I'm gonna play something. I'm kind of like that now. Like, all right, I'm gonna play something else.
Yeah.
And I just play other things like Toy Story and.
That was annoying too.
Toy Story was hard.
Yeah, but I like Toy Story better.
Yeah?
I
mean, at least it wasn't Lion King.
Oh, that game was hard too. That game was so hard. I loved it, but it was, that's rage inducing right there. You want to talk about rage.
Yeah.
Toy Story is one of them games where mom like, you got about one more time to cry about a video game, and I'm taking all that shit out of here.
So you get the playing and sucking up the tears so she don't hear you. Just
quiet, like got a whole bit of shit.
What's wrong with you? I hit my foot.
You're sitting still. What are you hitting your foot up? What has been your favorite gaming genre growing up, and why?
For a long time, it went back and forth.
Okay.
It went from I played story games as a kid, and it changed over to time management and life simulation games. That's where I used to play like a lot of Sim City and like Diner Dash and all that, time management, got to get served the food type, genre shit. And then it kind of like, I still remember in middle school, I traded some boy in my class. He still never gave me back my damn Sims. I traded him Sims for Halo, 3 or 2? And I was like, oh, this shit lit. And then like, I would just play all the story modes and play Halo. And I would like pressure my friends to play with me because I was like the only gamer in my immediate circle.
Yeah.
So like when my friends would come over, I'd be like, yo, come play the story mode campaign with me. And like, I was just addicted to Halo. Like I dumped Sims for a good minute just to play Halo and Call of Duty for years. I went back and played like Halo 2, Halo 1. I didn't really like online is too toxic for me even as a kid. Like I got in I heard one hard R and I was like, fuck this.
Yeah.
Like I either played off mic or I just played campaigns and with friends and shit. But long time I was addicted to like shooters, and then I came back to Sims around college.
Okay.
And then fast forward after college, I was able to, like make it, content creating. And I came back into Sims with that too.
Okay. So when did you start doing content creation? That's a perfect segue.
So content creation, let me see. It's 2020. It had to be 2015, and I had just stopped my business because I was like, yeah, this is not working. Because there was so many things I wanted to do, and where I live, I felt so limited. I live in a very small town, and it's not really the best place to try to grow like a fashion business. And there's so many events and things that I wanted to plan and coordinate, but the town is so small, and a lot of these people are not really into that same type of shit. So it just made it very hard. And I just was like, you know what? Maybe I'll pick it up later, but for right now, I'm not doing it. So like it was recommended to me by like an ex. He was like, hey, he used to watch people on Twitch. And I remember I had like a really big World of Warcraft addiction for like a few months. Like I was like level 60 rogue in like 2 or 3 days.
Oh, damn.
And he just kept calling me like, calling me a bracket, whatever. Like you don't get off this, like, cause all I had was my little MacBook and I was just playing World of Warcraft all day. And then like, I was like, oh, you can watch people play video games. And like, he showed me Twitch. He was like, you should do it. And I'm like, do what? He was like, play games on there. And that was kind of when I was kind of I started playing Sims 4 on my laptop. He's like, you should do it. And I was like, for what? Ain't nobody gonna, what? He's like, no, you should do it. You have the personality for it. Just do it. And I'm like, okay, I'll try and I'll see what happens. And that was like 5 years ago. And then,
man.
Yeah, I would stream. And then I didn't realize, when you, as a creator, we all do this. We find ourselves comparing ourselves to people who are much more established and larger than we are. And we feel like we're not doing good in our respective spaces, which you find out is not the truth. Yeah. Like I remember working at Walmart in like 2016, and like one of my coworkers, he worked in the electronics department, and I was so excited about my turtle beaches. I was getting some turtle beaches after like I got paid. Like, yeah, I'm going to use these for my Twitch stream. He was like, you stream on Twitch? And he was so surprised, but that's another conversation for another day.
I mean,
he was like, yeah, he was like super shocked. And I was like, okay. And then like, it was like, well, what do you do? I was like, I play Sims. I was like, but I only have 100 followers. And he was like, I only have 100 followers. He's like, I got a friend that's been streaming on Twitch for like 6 months and he doesn't even have 5 followers. That's great. Like you're doing good. Keep at it.
Yeah.
And I would stream, and then like within weeks to a month's time, I had like an average of like 10, 15 viewers, and people would just come in and talk to me. And then it kind of I went to YouTube, made videos, and then I resumed streaming again after like a year of just making videos. And then my audience went from like 20 to like a 70 average. And then the way the YouTube algorithm was set up, one day somebody else, I don't know, I think somebody else got in trouble because they was doing something they weren't supposed to do in The Sims. And like his viewership, and then like the way the algorithm kind of set up, they went to me. And then it's like I had like a 200 audience average ever since. Even like when he came back, because people were trying to say, oh, you only got these viewers because he was gone. I was like, okay, he came back and I'm still over here with 300, 400, 500 viewers. Like clearly it's not just him.
Mm-hmm.
The algorithm was in my favor that year, and that's kind of how that happened.
What's up?
Yeah, it's amazing. What would you say?
That's amazing.
Starting out, the difference between what things were like for you from like your own internal, process for creating content versus, halfway through versus now. Like, what would you say have been like the biggest differences between how you feel about streaming or content creation in general?
I like it, but I'm also learning. I'm trying to get better this year with self-care, taking care of myself, knowing when to relax, knowing when to take care of my other responsibilities. Streaming culture can be very taxing, very toxic, and it's always encouraged to burn yourself out and overwork yourself, which is not safe and it's not smart, because streaming is not the most financially safe route to take.
Mm-hmm.
To just stream and stream and stream. You want to make content in other places. You want to have residual income, like in other places, passive income in other places, because you could make $5,000 one month and then you could make $500 the next month. Like, you literally, it all depends on work ethic, luck, it just so many different factors that, go into it. So I'm just trying to be smarter with my time and take more time taking care of myself, coordinating events. I know I'm not the most organized as far as schedules go, so I try to always let my community know what I'm doing at every step. I go on every single social media. I'm live, and I do that because I know I'm not the most organized when it comes to schedules. Things come up. I know, like, a lot of my performance is based on personality, and if I'm not feeling up to work, then I'm not gonna output my best. So I'll kind of just be like, all right, I'm not gonna do it tonight. I need to, gotta relax. I do something, unwind. Just got to take care of yourself. Because when I first started streaming, I used to just stream. Like, it was working. You know how, they tell you, oh, don't stream. It worked for me. And that's why I kept streaming, because I would be playing Sims. And like I said, the YouTube algorithm was in my favor. So the shit would just keep going. Like, I'd be 200, then I look up and it'd be like 600 people in my stream. So I would just keep going.
Yeah.
And then, like, some days I'll be streaming it, literally Sims, 12 hours. Boom. 12-hour days, Sims, and then I will alternate between making videos and just going back and forth. And while at work, you still have to know, okay, it's time to relax, take care of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And I got a question.
Go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
So at what point or when did you, I guess, through Twitch and your success with Twitch, did you learn the importance or even how to use your Twitch success to negotiate business with other, like, companies and such?
I'm actually still working on that now, because I'm really awkward with talking to people. I'm currently seeking, like, management at the point, like shopping different and asking around, because I know that a lot of people, especially a lot of our people in these spaces, don't get the proper representation and the proper help, because we don't have, like, somebody to speak for us. Like, I remember one thing I did, earlier, like last year, and like we got paid X amount of money, and somebody came and was like, well, this girl got paid $3,000 more than the rest of us. Are you mad? I'm mad. And I'm like, no, it's not about, because she had an agent to negotiate that. You don't get mad, you get better. Like, we just need agents. We need people to negotiate for us. Like, she had somebody to negotiate her a couple of grand more, and it was like, I'm mad. And I'm like, no, get you an agent. We got to get, and I was like, I need to start finding management. So that's something I'm actually working on now, trying to find out proper rates, because with the industry and how racist these industries can be, like, I read one article about, like, how, especially in the beauty industry, like how Black women in the beauty industry are getting played, where they're getting like a couple $100, and their white counterparts are literally getting like $10,000 for their $300, $400, $500, and they'll have like the same audience, or even the Black creator might even have a larger audience. So things like that spill off into other industries. So that's something I'm actually kind of very guarded right now with, like, I'm asking questions. What's your budget? Like, I'm very curious and I'm poking. And if I don't get the answers that I like, I'm not engaging.
Yeah.
I got 2 questions, if you don't mind. One of the things is, I've definitely been a person that's watched your streams, but what is something like you personally do to, like, keep yourself focus before a stream or you know, because you always have this beautiful level-headed energy about yourself. And I know dealing with Twitch, it doesn't always like feel that way. So is it some like things that you personally do to keep yourself as level-headed and positive as you can?
Oh, I don't know. I think it's just my personality. Like, I'm not like, I don't know. Y'all see me rage out when I played certain things, but I'm not really like dead ass mad.
You talking shit. That's what it is.
Yeah, I go the hell off, but
Yeah.
I do that on The Sims.
Yeah.
Lately I've been playing I play like meditative music. I listen to a lot of like smooth jazz while I'm working in my office. Like I play a lot of like calm, peaceful music. I've been trying to get back into drinking tea more often. I got the throat coat tea to preserve your voice. I just started taking CBD gummies. I don't know where the hell they are.
Oh, there we go.
CBD gummies. Yeah, so I'm trying to, you know, keep myself calm and, you know, relax and try to just cut out stressful components of my life. Yes, throat coat nasties. Stressful components of my life. Like even like I said, notice I said X. That was a stressful component of my life. You have to go now because that was very toxic. Like just you try to cut out the toxicity in your, you know, personal life. Because that spills over into your work. So now once I began to take this serious, the drama and the toxicity began to spill over. And I was like, yeah, no. That goes with friends, family members. If you feel like something is not right, if you feel like people are not treating you right, you're being mistreated, you're being disrespected, you have toxic, whether it's romantic or platonic, get them away from you. Like all of this spills over into like, I live alone. I got my cats and they are probably the most little stressed. If they throw up a little hairball over here or they knock some shit down over there, like that's the most stress I got right now. And I kind of just minimize on my actual outside of work stress. And that's where that comes from.
And the other question is, you're a plushy woman like myself, which I admire. You're gorgeous. But
Facts.
do you ever feel like, or have you ever had those moments where it's like, you know what? I don't really care what anybody thinks. I'm going to wear what I wear. Like, was there a moment where you just, this is what I'm going to do. I'm not going to zone out about that. Did you ever question if you were going to change how you wanted to appear on stream or anything like that?
I go through all types of mental gymnastics with my weight. I actually want to lose. I want to go back to my college weight, which was 60 pounds. Which I'm still going to be like thick or whatever. But I just want to be able to fit my clothes better. But like as far as I don't know, I've kind of got to the point where I just kind of said, fuck it. You know, I got a body, I got ass, I got titties, and it doesn't matter what I'm wearing. I'm going to be sexualized regardless, and somebody's going to have something to say regardless. So it's kind of like I could walk around in a turtleneck and somebody's going to make remarks. And a lot of like, you know, of course I get negative comments. It hasn't been as bad as it was like in the YouTube days, but of course I do get negative comments. You know, I wear like low cut blouses and, you know, I make jokes about it. I don't give a damn. But I notice a lot of that, and, you know, y'all could call it shady. A lot of that typically comes from women who lack that same, those same qualities. And I've heard like women in these streaming spaces, oh, they're only she's showing her breasts, she's showing her this. And then you look down and it's like, okay, I see what your problem is. Like a lot of that you can't acknowledge. Some of that shit is just hate. Like some people are just haters. You can't give them energy. You can't give them, because the way the world is, it doesn't matter what you wear. You're going to be sexualized regardless. Like, I might as well look as cute as I can and be as cute as I can and make myself happy with how I look before I sit here and focus on what somebody's opinion of me is. Because like I said, it doesn't matter. They're always going to have something to say anyway. You just got to do you. Like, it's always something. They'll be like, oh, your titties this, or and then you look and I'll be like, all right, yeah, I see what's going on here. I'm not even about to do this with you. I'm not even about to do this with you.
Yeah, and that's, you know, it's frustrating when that happens, even from our side, from a male side, because there's a lot of men. There are men who do the same thing, who say like, oh, you're trying to be a titty streamer, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, as a man myself, I'm like, I'm not really looking at that situation like either, like, hey, what are they going to do? Like, especially if they're well endowed, like, no matter what they do, someone somewhere is going to be mad because the camera, look at where the camera is on me. Like if I was a woman, like you would see some cleavage in some way. Like, and there's no objective, like strategic thing that I'm doing there. It's like, I'm just trying to frame things in a way that makes sense. So a lot of women are doing the same thing. And so there's a lot of guys who also will, for whatever reason, feel threatened by that. And my thing has always been, the more women who are doing this, the better, because like the fact that my fiance plays video games with me is like not only like amazing godsend, because like we get to share that time together in a different way, but it's also like kind of hot because like like I can vibe with her in this way. Whereas like if I was like if I was some asshole who just didn't want girls in my games, like I would never be able to enjoy that kind of relationship. So I'll never understand that, just from the simple fact that like that means you have more options for yourself. So, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, the misogyny is rampant, and a lot of women in this industry definitely take part in that behavior. They'll probably be more vocal about it than some of the guys at times, and it's very weird to me. I feel like as long as nobody's breaking TOS and nobody's trying to like be a cam girl on a site that's not meant for that's not adult content, you're not pulling the pussy lip out, you're not wilding out, I don't really see like an issue with just being cute. I think a lot of it is jealousy. A lot of men are mad that they feel like they can't make money on their good looks and their bodies and their appearance. Because I promise you, for every guy that got a nice ass, like a nice chest, nice, built body, cute face, there's an audience for you too. Like and men don't want to tap into that, and they get mad at women for tapping into that. Women tap into their looks, and men get mad because they feel like they can't tap into their looks when they can.
Y'all do. Some men do and don't even realize it. Like me, because of my name not really even having a gender, type name, I'll sit in somebody, I lurk in a lot of streams, and I'll see it and let you have a cute smile, baby. Listen, you getting gifted subs, you getting donations, you getting a host, you getting a raise, and I'm just sitting there like.
She said, if he fine, I got time. That's what I'm saying.
There you
go.
If
he fine, I got time. Men feel like they can't. Yes, you can.
Sometimes I trim up the beard, you know what I'm saying? Wear a little tighter pants, you know what I'm saying? I walk out like. Yeah, here we go.
And Mira, kind of just to touch your point, like as far as the people that are being extra like cam girlish, like what they say, what's understood ain't got to be explained. And it's like, for the people that are always complaining, it's usually not about the people that are actually being extra. It's like you're looking at camera framing. I got a tank top on right now. If
I have a tank top on as well.
If I can back my camera up some more, which I would, y'all would see all about, you know what I'm saying, taco meat and whatnot a little bit. But I'm just saying, I make sure that as long as I got me a clean wife beat, tank top, that's what I'm gonna put on most likely. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let the shoulders be out. I know what I'm doing.
Send your taco meat. Let's go.
Like the masses, if you will.
It doesn't have to be anything that's negative in any kind of way.
Yeah.
You're comfortable. Yeah. When you're comfortable, people are comfortable being around you.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's one of those things too that I've mentioned before to our group, is that like no matter where you are in terms of like your own personal level of success, there are always going to be people along the way who are going to try to like either talk shit or try to put you down. And like you said, Mira, it's really a matter of, I mean, it's harder. It's hard. I'm not going to say it's not. It's harder for some people than others to kind of enforce this thing, but you can't let them win. You can't, because the minute that you stop feeling comfortable with yourself and the minute you stop putting your positive energy out there is the minute they win. And we need more of this energy in the industry. You know what I'm saying? We need more Imfamousx and Xmiras. We need more dreams. We need that in this industry. You mentioned before that you were running a business and you felt like it wasn't really working out. What This is a two-pronged question. I'm gonna ask one question first. What do you miss the most about doing it?
I want to say the money and freedom. Like, I still have my freedom, but I also was living in New York City, so of course there's more to do. It was more fun, and I got to a point where I got stressed out. So like I recruited like a couple of friends and put them on payroll to like pack orders while I kind of went out for some like self-care. And because I was like, this is a lot. Like, I was like, I don't know, I'm pretty good with like analytics and finding audiences and things like that. So it took maybe about a year or two of that, and then I would have like a steady 200 to 700 orders a week, and that got to be too much for me to do alone. So I literally would have to like pay friends and family to like come help me pack orders and like do customer service, and I would train them on how to do customer service based on the good customer service I experienced from other companies. And what I would do, because my mom was like, you could do it yourself, and I'm like, no, like I can, but sometimes when people say things like, say somebody's not satisfied with something, some people can be really
Vindictive.
very vindictive with the shit that they say. They can't just say, oh, I didn't like the quality of this. Like, they gotta go off on a whole like rant. And I'm the person that this is my shit, so I'm gonna take it to heart more than I would be. So I know the smarter thing to me was to pay somebody who's not gonna take it to heart and train them how to behave. First, that was just my personal thing, because I was like, no, because I'm not going to be the person to cuss out a customer, but you are going to be able to detect attitude in my tone when speaking to you if you're like being unnecessarily rude about something. So it was that. But I do miss just going to Soho and shopping and just being able to just being in New York City and just kind of just relaxing and being a little bit more at ease, if that makes sense.
Yeah, because where are you now?
I'm in Central New York, so I'm upstate.
Okay, I got it.
Hella boring. Hella boring.
You gotta.
Are you planning on getting back to business?
At some point, I do want to do more research. It was fun. It's fun. I enjoyed it. I just would like to find a more unique product to sell, because I was a clothing reseller, and like the competition was so like steep. People would kind of look at what you're selling, take it, sell the same thing. So I want to like do research on about, I guess, getting a deal with like a warehouse and literally making my own unique product that nobody can get anywhere else but me, basically.
What is going on?
I'm showing some examples of some of the amazing moments from Mira's stream. I need to highlight this.
Oh man!
I mean, listen, y'all.
I said she be. I be lurking. Like I love sneaking in and lurking on Mira when she is just in her vibe. She don't give no fucks. She just be, and I love it every time I see it. I just be my little lurky self. Like,
there's honestly so much that can be said for the fact that, like, you've got a lot going on in a number of different ways. Like, you're obviously incredibly knowledgeable about the things that you talk about. You're passionate. You're fun to watch, and you just happen to have, the assets to go along with that. So like, it's just dope that you don't really shy away from that. You're not really hiding who you are in that respect as well. And I've been a full believer that, the world doesn't have to be so mad at lewd. And we've obviously had these conversations before. Like, there are so many people who are just like, we talked about it earlier, who are just so prude about it, or so like mad that someone looks good on screen. It's like, are y'all not having fun though? Like, what?
I think I would. Oh, go ahead, Mira.
Okay, I was just saying, like, I would even get like, offhand remarks from like people I thought was my friends that would always make comments about, oh, your titties this, your titties that, and I had to let him know. I'm like, let me tell you something. I've had audiences as high as 500 to 700 people with no damn camera on, so we're gonna cut that whole. You're not gonna try to make it seem like I have an audience because my tits are out. No. Because I've had much larger audiences without even turning the camera on. I streamed on YouTube for the longest with people not even knowing what the hell I looked like.
These are all facts.
Playing all types of games. So don't try to reduce me to my body either, because I can carry an audience with just my voice, just the same way.
Yeah, that's like
Not the bayang.
Yo, what's happening with the
but that's just like when I first hit affiliate, and a guy that was at that time who I thought was a friend had never stepped foot in the stream. You know, they were basing it off of, you know, my modeling before my gaming. And I didn't, just like Mira said, I was console gamer. I didn't have a PC. I didn't have a camera. It was me playing fighting games. And when I hit affiliate and I posted it up, the first thing they said was, oh, well, don't be a titty streamer. And I'm just like,
Dang,
that was one of the hardest transitions for me. It was like so many people seen the model me and tried to think that, oh, because you dressing this way for photos, you're gonna be dressing this way on Twitch. And it's like, no, there's days I just put on whatever I'm aware. Like this, I didn't change for the podcast. This is what I went to the store in to go get the baby her pop. Like this is, I'm comfortable. Like it's pajama pants under here. Like this was not, hey, come look at me, you know. And it hugely, and it sucks. It's like I don't want to feel, you know, like that me personally, I'm always a person that I don't want to be in this box. And I'm a big girl. You're not gonna force me in this box. And I definitely can say, from being on the outside, being a viewer, I would see so much. And now that I'm inside, it's like the push to try to get you in this box, to get you to be that way. I'm gonna need you to dress like this, talk like that, communicate like this. And it's like, yeah, there's certain things I can understand, like Mira's background with business. You know, I have a business background. I've been a manager, you know, tech support. I know how to talk to people. I know how to have a whole conversation without using a single cuss word. That is not my problem, but I'm not about to change who I am to fit this box. So we got to meet halfway. And I just, I be looking and I just be like, y'all, this is hard.
Yeah.
That's why I had to ask Mira, like, how do you, you know, I know for a second she took a whole hiatus, and I wasn't even mad at her. And I'm pretty sure her community was not either. They were, as soon as she came back, everybody was in chat, because like it is hugely huge, like mental health. Like first thing I put out today, it's Self-Care Sunday. Do something nice for yourself. Do something a little special for yourself. Be a little nicer, especially like now. So it's like, with you dealing with Twitch, if you need to take a hiatus, a weekend, you know, I don't think I should stream today. Why? My body said so. My brain said so. I just want to lay on the couch and drink a tequila. Just
straight tequila.
You know, just straight tequila. I don't even want to. Yeah, I don't even drink tequila. But some days I have you like that. Like I just want to sit on the couch and drink tequila. But yeah, like that. It's a lot. It's definitely a lot.
If you could, oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was saying I usually take hiatuses after like big things happen, and like it kind of just drains the hell out of me. Like I came back home from the Sparked. We had recorded Sparked in December, and I came back home, and that was the week I got banned, and I was already gonna take a break anyway. So I was like, okay, cool. Like they was like, dispute it, do this, do that, and I was like, no. I was already doing like. Only went live to do a paid activation, and then I was just gonna take like a week or two off anyway. And it was like, yeah, dispute it, you know, I fill this out, and I was like, no, it's 3 days, it could ride out. I'm going to sleep. After stream on, I took 2 weeks off. Like just after like big things happen, I just take time off. Sometimes it doesn't even necessarily have to be like a big thing, but sometimes you just gotta take time just to refresh yourself and also remind yourself why you love to do what you do. I'm at the point where I'm even gonna like pick up a part-time job for a little while just to keep the appreciation for it. Like
stay grounded.
If I deal with an asshole boss or asshole customers, or even if the check is trash, I could look at this and say, you know, and it kind of just reaffirm my appreciation for what I do. Like,
at least I got this going.
Yeah. And it'll help me to kind of keep it pushing.
The willingness to do that, I think, is very mature. I don't necessarily think it's necessary, But I think that's a beautiful thing that you would even do that just so you can maintain your appreciation. Because I'm gonna tell you what. I mess around and able to eat off of this. Well, if I can eat off it.
Now you see why I keep eating Dream. I'm just gonna keep eating Dream the whole podcast. You're getting
no, but I don't socialize. You got to think about it. I don't socialize. I live alone. All my friends have kids. They moved away. They don't got time for my no kid having ass. And I don't really get to socialize like I used to. So me having a part-time job will also be me socializing. Like that'll be also my little day-to-day stuff. Because everybody's gone. Like people I'm cool with moved away. The one girl I'm still cool with that live here, she has kids. She never has time for me. And then now we're in a pandemic. So I ain't going nowhere now. But
is it time to move?
I
see what he's trying to do. I see he's plotting.
Hey, you look here. You stop because you told me. Now, as I was saying, it's time to relocate it because Georgia always could use some beautiful black women that are doing this streaming thing. I'm just saying.
He's
where you at?
He in Georgia.
I'm north of Atlanta.
And the cost of living is good in Atlanta.
Remember how I told you he's plotting?
I'm always plotting, baby. Come on, now.
I should have got you the scar shirt, the be prepared shirt. Maybe I should have just sent that to you.
Yeah, like that.
Plotting.
Scheming.
Right.
Talking all that. He's trying to get Oni down here too. It's like, bro, I told you there was a possibility that we might look into it. Oh, so you moving down here now? It's like, bro,
Hey,
I said there's a possibility.
that means he's moving.
See this shit.
This is not. It's the difference between that is not conniving. I'm just trying to be persuasive.
Persuasive. That's what we call it. And now we're gonna go into this fall season.
What is some advice you'd give to yourself, knowing what you know now, going into streaming and going into content creation in general?
Because take care of yourself. Don't burn yourself out. Do research. Get management. Let me see. What else can I think of? It's so many different things. I could probably go back and tell my old self about it.
Yeah.
Don't stress out. Don't stress over peripherals and setup. As you grow, things will come. Focus on, and in the meantime, within your, restrictions, financial or whatever, focus on giving the best production value you can as you're growing and developing.
I can dig it. I like that. In terms of my particular questions for you, that's all I got interview wise. If you guys have some questions you want to continue asking, you can. Otherwise, we'll move on to the next section. And by the way, chat, if y'all got questions for any of us, including Mira, save those for the end of the stream. End of the podcast, because we're going to have a Q&A section dedicated to that. So if you've been itching to ask a question for a while, here's your chance. But I want to know more about what you all have been playing. State your case. Convince the public of what you've been playing and why they should be playing it too. Let's start with Dream this time. Yeah, we're starting with you.
Well, I have most recently been giving a lot of time to the game called Remnant from Ashes by Gunfire Games. I didn't actually get into it when it first came out. Y'all had played it a lot. Initially, what I thought about the game was that it was something like an old game called Hunter the Reckoning, just over the shoulder. And as soon as I downloaded it, once it was free on Epic, I found out that was not the case. It is a very Souls-inspired game. So, it prides itself on its difficulty. You have the ability to go through a play mode where it does have permadeath. But being that it is randomly generated as well, it promotes multiple playthroughs so you can get everything. And I like grindy games. Destiny was big for me. I used to grind to get everything. So this has replaced Destiny. It's very fun to grind. It's very fun to put builds together and see what does a lot of damage. You can play with up to 2 friends. It's fun that way. I just like to play games that provide a challenge. And so Remnant has filled that void for me as of late. That, and then my normal raging in Warzone, and I've been playing Among Us lately.
Okay.
I'm still raging. I rage in that too, but
Everybody's
for
What the hell are you raging Among Us?
for different reasons.
You don't never get to be the killer.
Or
He's getting
the last
deceived.
time the last time I played, I was actually the killer a lot. But it just be like, because sometimes, even when I get caught out and I am the killer, I'll be like, yeah, you was right. But I feel like your reasoning for guessing me was crazy. Like, you just like, you know what? I feel like it's dream.
Big
Like,
bad.
she was like, what? I'm over here chilling, dog. But yeah, but that's what I've been playing lately.
we need to make like all of your email slots just various versions of raging.
Rage?
Just
Damn.
all rage. Yeah.
Just all rage. Just
I do need some rage.
I mean, I can gladly give you mine if you would like it. Like, just put
Exchange
dreads on
emotes.
Infamo. Just put dreads on Infamo. It's fine. It's okay.
Right.
Speaking of Infamo, what you been playing?
I am always in the depths of Call of Duty and Apex, but I took a small step out of my normal shooter realm to play Spellbreak.
Okay. So make it kick some Spellbreak. Why should people be playing that?
Hello, you get to throw lightning and ice and toxic stuff at people and float around like you Superman and ain't gotta care about nothing. I mean, for me, like I said, I'm a huge Storm fan, so it's like, hey, I got elements, I can throw them at people. It's also a battle royale type game, so they have the solos, the duos, the trios. So they just added the solos, by the way. So it's like, if you can't find somebody to play with, you can go dolo. But if you got some friends, it is cross-platform. You can hook up with your friends. And it's just something a little different. Like, I definitely get stuck on my shooters. So I needed something that was a little different. It's also free. We like free. It is free 99, free. And it's all, like I said, all platforms. It does, like I said, have its bugs and things like everybody. But if you're just looking for something to do a little different, like I said, play with your folks. You like battle royales, but you just need a break from them. And like I said, you get to shoot lightning at folks. Just throw ice at people.
And some of the stuff stacks together, huh?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I like to take the toxic and the ice, and when I throw them, it makes this giant cloud ice thingy, and it goes kaboom. And we all know I like to make things go kaboom. So it makes me happy. It's simple little things like that makes me happy.
I had to.
Do you find, because I've only played like once, actually I don't even think I actually played a match, I just like did the tutorial section. Is it sweaty at all?
Oh
It
God,
gets
yes.
sweaty.
Can it get sweaty?
Oh yes, I
Big
got my
sweat.
ass handed to me the other day.
Like, you'll be like, once again, my lurking thing. I get the lurking in folks streams, and one thing is like, how are they floating so high, and how are they shooting? And it can't. You know how you get when you be getting rageful. You will rage. This will be something you could rage at. You should do it. Just rage and throw rocks at people.
Yeah.
Just
Oh man.
You literally
Be
say
the
kick
thing- be
rocks,
the
my guy.
thing.
So
perfect.
I do. This is facts. You're not lying.
I played Spellbreak the other day with a friend, and offline I definitely threw around a couple of baby back bitches. Like, I was mad as shit because I was like do, and they just start zapping my ass, tearing my ass up before I could even figure out where the fuck they was at.
yeah.
I was like, hey, it was tearing my ass up. And I just was in a little ball floating around. It was like, you have been clapped. And it's just floating around. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, how? And it just kept happening. I was like, I'm going to have to revisit this game another day. It's fun, but they can get sweaty.
Yeah.
Like, at least with Apex, I hear some gunfire. Like, I'm like, all right, get over there. Like,
Yeah.
start
Yeah,
shooting. Go on,
they-
watch out. And go slap drag. But, like,
They got the Call of Duty footstep issue. You hear your teammates' footsteps before you hear the people's footsteps. I do know they just did an update, like I said. So I will be actually peeking on this week to see what happened and what has changed in the update. But I guess I've gotten so used to not hearing footsteps in Call of Duty. It's just like, no, I turn around and my butt's on fire. Great, somebody's
Light that ass on
Okay.
fire. Light that ass on fire.
Right, just like that.
Just,
Right.
you know.
What about you, Mira? What you been up to? What make your case for a game you've been playing?
Make my case. I don't know if I could make cases yet. As other than Sims, I think I played Among Us a few times, and that game's cool. I guess I could make a case for it. Everybody's already playing it. It's fun, good to have with the community. It's a nice community game. Everybody's just like comes together because it's $5 on PC. It's free for your phone. You can join up and kind of just get in on some shenanigans. You never know who's the imposter or not. I don't really like being the imposter. I like being the innocent crewmate. But it can get rocky when you the imposter. I kind of try to just keep the same demeanor across whether I'm imposter or not, so people literally have no idea whether it's me, and you just have to make some type of educated guess, because I'm not gonna be extra neither here nor there. Like
She really
that's
stealthy.
just that's a yeah. I try to just chill regardless.
See, I'm not a good liar. And then they also told me that when I get accused and I am the imposter, I get all angry black man on them. I ain't got to do shit.
You need a better poker face. That's what we're hearing.
Well, if you watch the stream, like when I was an imposter, as soon as I got killed, like I'm dying laughing at this. So they press the button, I got to mute real quick, try to get. Yeah, what we got going on here? What happened?
Oh my god.
I played the imposter, and I just I'm already like not a very talkative person, so I don't have very much to say. So it's like until somebody asks me, it's like, oh, where were you? I was doing wires. Where? I don't know this map. You know, it's like my photographic memory ain't picked it up yet. It's like I was doing wires. There's a purple one, there's a yellow one, there's a blue one, there's a red one. That's what I was doing. But you know,
I've still yet to play it, and I feel like I'm like the only streamer who hasn't played it yet.
I think you'll have fun.
I thought that was me.
Yeah, you ahead of me, girl.
I feel like I was like the last person to play that damn game.
Oh man. You know,
What you been playing?
I've been playing a bunch of things, some COD here and there. I'm playing some Warframe here and there. What else have I been playing? I don't remember. Marvel's Avengers.
I remember.
Which got a huge update.
I don't know what's in this update specifically. Like, there's just like a lot of bug fixes and stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna state my case for Marvel's Avengers. I've also been playing Ghost of Tsushima, which is just a phenomenal game that if you got a PlayStation, you should be playing that game. And for some reason, there's just a lot of people. I love y'all to death. Don't get me wrong. I love new people coming into the community, checking out what's going on. But a lot of y'all are just like super lost about what's happening in gaming. I had like every day I play that game, they're like, oh, cool. Are you playing on PC? And it's like,
PlayStation exclusive.
are you playing this on Xbox? I was like, I don't
PlayStation
understand.
exclusive.
Where
I was typing it in chat. Every time it was asked, Oni was just like, it got to the point Oni was just riding his horse, and I just kept typing PlayStation exclusive. I should have worn my PlayStation shirt.
what she's saying is all facts. She was in there just telling people over and over and over. I was like, how does no one know this at this point?
Yeah, because we watched what was it, Gamescom the other day, and I invited everybody in the Discord to watch Gamescom, and somebody came in there because we were waiting on a Sims announcement. Somebody came in there and was like, I don't know anything about these other EA games, and I was like, they're not all EA games. The only EA game is Sims. It's just a general like games announcement. EA Play is for EA only game.
Oh my god.
I was like, no, Gamescom is not just EA games.
It's not just The Sims.
In Germany, and it's for everybody and everything. That was hilarious.
Oh, so that's a game all on its own. Like telling people that it's not on Xbox. Avengers. A lot of people gave that game so much hate, and I know we talked about it on a podcast before, but the game is just so much fun. And
it looks like it. I'm gonna play it.
It really is.
Yeah.
It really is.
It looks like it.
Yeah. And the fact that they have so much depth per character and they're adding more characters to the game is just like, I'm just super excited about like what that means for the now and the future of the game too. because they're going to keep tweaking things and they're going to keep adding things to the existing characters, and then they're going to be, each character has like a set things you can specialize in to make them really good at range, or really good at defense, or really good at support for the whole team, or like it's just so dope. And the fact that you have like a cinematic experience for the single player side of the game, and sometimes some of the multiplayer can be cinematic too, and then like the multiplayer action moment to moment is like, it's like you're watching the Avengers like in a ongoing fashion, where they move and they feel and they act like how they just do in the comics, and it's so dope.
I agree. I will say at first I was a little, just because I was spoiled by Ultimate Alliance, I was a little thrown off with how small the cast is, but you realize how much of a different game it is. Like this game has much more focus on the cinematic nature of it, the story of the game itself, so it wouldn't really make sense. But I am hoping one of two things either happen. I'm hoping that they just dive into all kinds of adventure stuff, whether it be young Avengers, new Avengers, and all that, so they can make the cast bigger, or Ultimate Alliance sees this as like, you know what? I got something for that ass. So one of the two things better happen. One of them. You hear me?
Yeah. That's dope. Yeah, I personally, playing this, what I really can't wait to see happen is the cast get as big as Marvel Ultimate Alliance, because I always imagine and wonder what Ultimate Alliance would be like as a more intimate experience and a more like focused thing.
Yeah, I agree. Because I need Silver Surfer. That's my guy. I mean, I love me some Iron Man, but Silver Surfer's my dude. You know what I'm saying?
I would want to see how they would integrate him into that. That would intrigue me. That would intrigue me. I would very like to see how they would, because they definitely have the how the story could go based on the comic books, but I would like to see how they would tweak that for the game. That would intrigue me.
I will say though, the best Iron Man simulator is still Anthem, even though it
Man, they limit how much you can fly in that shit. Get out of here.
Wait,
I don't
you
want-
even you don't have a VR, do you, Dream? The Iron Man VR game is the Iron Man simulator.
Yeah, I heard that was pretty good.
Like I tried the beta and I was doing jets from my hands, and I'm like, and we're not gonna talk about how I almost walked into my balcony by doing that.
Oh no!
You
But
got any footage of that? We do. You're making faces because we do. Where that? Let me get
Where
some.
that? Let's go.
Go ahead, go ahead,
not on
DM me that.
Twitch.
It ain't on
It's not on
Twitch.
Twitch.
Ooh,
Not on
so it's on
Twitch.
YouTube then. All right, bet.
I don't even have a YouTube.
Not
No.
yet,
Oh, it's on the
Ain't no
store.
YouTube.
Gotcha.
Oh,
Sir?
Jokes, people, jokes.
No, in all fairness, the clone recorded it, so you would have to try to get her to take it away from her. She's been holding it hostage, possibly putting it on TikTok if they don't remove TikTok off American servers.
Shit, it's about to happen today, apparently.
snap.
I don't know. I did see a tweet from the president of TikTok saying that they were speaking with some American people to keep it alive. So we'll see what happens.
Okay.
We'll see.
Wait, hold on. Listen. My OnlyFans doesn't even have anything on it yet. All right. God damn it! It will. It just ain't got nothing.
It's only there. It's not OnlyFans. It's only there.
Exactly.
Shit, my dreams only is just a dream right now.
Uh-huh.
Don't even exist.
There'll be more soon. Don't worry. We're working on it.
See, soon is such a relative word. We gonna go with that.
Exactly. We're good. Now that we've talked about what we've been playing, obviously, once again, make sure you go follow all these wonderful guests that we have on the show. Go follow them right now so you can go check out more of the games that they're playing. Now let's talk about the thing that a lot of people are wondering from everyone: the Xbox Series X and the PlayStation 5. Okay, let's start with the Series X and you all's thoughts on that. How are y'all feeling about it? From the prices to the games that are going to be on launch to what's coming down the future. What's your assessment of what's going on with the Xbox?
I think that they dropped the ball by having the two versions. in comparison to Sony, meaning that their other version has less capabilities. So while Sony has the disc tray and digital, which do the same thing, Xbox has the Xbox One X and what's the S?
The fact that you have to keep asking that part, by the way. Xbox Series, Xbox
they have the big speaker and the subwoofer. That's what they have. It's a big speaker.
Preamp over
I'm
there.
out of the loop. What's the difference between the two?
The $499 one is the big speaker. No, it's the subwoofer. The $299 one is the big speaker. It's the white one that looks flatter. It looks like it could be
They all have the same capabilities?
No.
Not for Xbox, no.
No.
I think the S is maybe 2K.
No, the S is native 4K.
It is native.
It is native 4K.
So it's a refresh of the Xbox One X.
That's right. Because I forgot, these next gen are supposed to be 8K capable, right?
They have not either. They haven't confirmed or denied that on either one of them. Those were just things that they are going to push for.
They are capable.
Nobody had no 8K TVs anyway.
They ain't nobody got it, so it's like,
yeah,
you can say it's capable, but how we gonna question it? I ain't got an 8K TV. I don't got that type of money.
Shit, I ain't got no 8K TV.
I'm gonna throw this boomerang because we had this like small mild conversation the last podcast about Xbox.
Yeah,
and I'm going to say it now that prices have been dropped, dates have been dropped, consoles have been shown, and you can quote me saying it. I don't really care. If this console does not sell, it is not going to be any more Xbox consoles. If you look at how Xbox is putting everything together with the digital, the cloud, Game Pass. I feel like they know this. And what is the
come across as last resort to you? Does it come across as last resort to you?
It does. It does. It gives me reminders of what Sega did when Dreamcast failed. It's like, we're gonna try this last push. We're gonna give it everything that we got. I feel like they're trying, but them not having Halo drop with this console hurt them. It hurt them because when you look at the lineups, if you remove the games that are not on both consoles, what is competing with each other? You have Fable competing with Demon Souls. Is Fable a strong enough title to hold this launch? I feel like if they don't sell consoles this gen,
right,
their next competition isn't going to be with Sony. It's going to be with Steam. They're going to leave the consoles alone. They're going to make a compact digital thing like Steam is, and they have more of the resources and the access to the games than Steam because they in networks with the developers. So and I feel like that's why they like, yeah, we gonna push it, but in the back of their brain, if it fail, they not gonna leave out of the gaming industry. They're just gonna drop out of the console fight and maybe sell the technology to somebody who wants to be in the console fight. Google.
That's an interesting viewpoint. Question though, you remember how with the Xbox One they were touting it as the entertainment system. You had the ability to plug it, and that shit was amazing.
When it worked,
when it worked, that shit was amazing. So I'm just trying to figure out what happened to them, like going with that whole this thing could do you put it in your entertainment system, it could do everything for you. I was never able to watch a Blu-ray on this Xbox. I could watch it on my PS4, but I could never watch a Blu-ray on my Xbox. I'm trying to figure out what happened to that.
It's called, you can put Netflix on anything. All of the streaming services became more capable to be put on so many different things. Like like I said, when this and I'm not a Sony fangirl. I can go pull my 360 out of the closet. Like I was very Xbox 360. Like I can give you my old gamer tag. You can see how old it is. Like, so this is not me being a Sony fan. This is me being a gamer for as long as I have. So when everything transferred over, what they should have did to keep everybody engaged with 360, somebody in their marketing plan said, hey, people like watching Netflix and people like seeing sports games, and throughout the whole console fact of people do this to play video games. How did you lose this when you had this? And they was winning for 360. They was smacking PS3 out of the water, and you just decided to say, we're gonna walk away from this
until the last few years.
Go to this. Whoever that marketing person, I guarantee, has retired or been fired. I'm telling you, they was not there in the making of this one.
Yeah, I think his name was something Matic.
Addicted to my 360.
Yeah. And y'all gotta also look at this is gonna all right, so like launches aren't everything, right? Like it doesn't make or break a system, but when it kind of does when it comes to like two consoles, like two competing companies doing something at the same time. So with the PlayStation and the Xbox both releasing their consoles at the same time, and the PS5 having a cheaper version that's just as powerful as the disc PS5 versus the Xbox that has like a lesser version and then a stronger version. It's interesting that the Xbox has I want to say this is like maybe 10 games that are here, and 80% of them, eight of them are all games that already exist somewhere else or cross.
They're going to be crossing. Yep.
Yeah. So like Assassin's Creed Valhalla, that is a multi-platform game. Dirt 5, I'm pretty sure that's multi-platform. FIFA, multi. Fortnite, multi. Gears 5, that's an old game. Gears Tactics, that's an old game. Marvel's Avengers just came out. NBA 2K1, multi. Observer, multi. Tetris Effect, no one cares. The Falconeer, I don't know what that is.
Right, I'm about to say,
Watch Dogs Legions, multi. This is all the stuff that's coming November 10th on launch. And you mean to tell me there's not one exclusive? That's like,
yeah, they need it.
And
that's what
I also played folks on that 2K they 2K21.
Yeah,
I have a lot of friends that bought their 2K21. So the 2K21 had two covers with Kobe on them, but one of them was for the next gen, so they don't get none of their VC now. So they had to go the hard way. And these are people that play direct online all the time.
Yeah.
So they were like, damn, now I gotta spend money again to get my VC, to get my points.
Oh my God. Wait, so they're not gonna let you upgrade to the next gen for free?
No, so what it is, like, that VC, that $100,000 worth of VC is only for the next gen. You don't get it on.
You don't get it on this gen, right?
And so this is like,
Damn.
man, these are people that are like, I don't think I'm gonna get it off the rip. I'm not gonna get the next Xbox immediately. Now, like, well, shit, I guess I need to now. Huh?
That's so weird. And
that's partially true, TBG. Yes, that's partially true as well. I ain't gonna.
I mean, yeah. But in fairness, in complete fairness, it should have been probably marketed better that way. They more marketed of, we want you to buy this game, and probably left the whole, hey, you can get a such and such amount of VC, and then in very small print, only on Xbox Series X and S.
And they put Kobe on both of them.
Get your ass.
Yeah, Kobe was gonna make money. Let's like I said, they 50-50 split, maybe 70-25 split. I don't necessarily fully blame those people. I seen some of the ads. I didn't even see where it necessarily said, and I don't even like 2K, so I'm not even gonna take up for this at all. Like, I don't even have no dog in this fight for that game, but I didn't even remember seeing anything that specified it at all.
Yeah. And so now now we get into the conversation, the part of it where it's like, all right, what's the PS5 launch line? But like, it can't be that much better.
It is Demon Souls. It is Miles Morales.
Mm-hmm.
It is the new Sackboy game.
Mm-hmm.
It is the Astro game that is actually going to be installed on the PlayStation itself.
Mm-hmm.
And Godfall. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The Devil May Cry.
I'm hesitant on Godfall.
I need to see more to be convinced, but same.
The reason why is just, I don't know. it's just customization wise.
Yes.
It seems I don't know how much customization we really gonna get.
Yeah, Ratchet and Clank. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, well, like I said, I think from what I've seen with a lot of folks when the Godfall previews and everything came out, everybody was more like, we need to see. I'm a huge person that, yeah, these graphics are great, but I need to see gameplay. Matter of fact, Sony smacked me in the mouth when I was watching this. I literally said, like, I went and did the special event thing, and I said it to my chat. I was like, I don't want to see no more Spider-Man Miles Morales unless I'm getting. And Sony was like, hold my sandwich.
Yeah, hold this real quick.
Hold my entire sandwich. And I was like,
that PlayStation.
I was like, oh, look at Miles.
Did y'all see
Look
that?
at Spanish Harlem.
Oh, sure did.
Yes.
It was, the seamless transitions from the fight scene to the cut scene and the music. I had no choice but to sit there in my own stream and just mute my own self and be like, well, thanks Sony for shutting me up. All right, cool.
There were a lot of people like ready to talk shit about about what Sony was doing, honestly. And I know Proc Prime, she came in to chat after the whole show. She was like, yo, I was getting on voice chat with some friends to talk shit about how dumb it was going to be. And I cried. Like, she said she cried during that. And I was like, yo, it was
matters, man.
It does. It makes a huge difference. And let's go to example just to show y'all in the background while we're talking about it, because it really was like you said, they slapped us in the mouth with this. Like, they hit us with Final Fantasy 16 first, and they were just like, all right, mic drop. The rest of this, it, like, doesn't even really matter, but we're gonna still show you some dope shit anyway. And then, like, what they showed for Final Fantasy 16 had me just like way more excited than I should have been. And,
yes.
And like the fact that they got that as a console exclusive, it's gonna be on PC as well, but like
not till a year later.
a lot of people really do not want to mess around with a PC. They just do not, for whatever reason.
They like the simplicity of a console.
Exactly.
I can understand.
Consoles are just simpler to deal with and more affordable.
Yes. And I remember on social media, someone was saying that the games were going to be $70 on PlayStation 5. But Technique actually, he jumped in and was like, yo, that's actually not been confirmed. That's only for certain games. Like, developers can decide whether their game is $60 or $70 on their own. So that kind of throws an interesting wrench into there as well. But the Xbox has not made, in my opinion, has not made the case to buy their console. Even though they have Gears and even though they have Halo, like, those are only so prevalent when it comes to.
Look, it's so pretty.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. And then I watched it the second time with audio and I heard the music. I was like,
The
oh
music!
shit, I'm homesick.
I started dancing with them like, hey,
like it's home.
I was like, this is so good.
The music had me on 10. I was like, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, they did the damn thing with that. So all right, I want someone to play devil's advocate here. Sell someone in chat on an Xbox.
Let me mute my stream. I mean, let me just. I can't even talk now. Right. All right. Goodbye, y'all.
I don't know. Normally my draw for consoles is exclusives, and you don't got exclusives. And then with the integration of Xbox and PC, like, what do I need to buy the Xbox for if I could just play these games as a PC owner? What am I buying it on Xbox for when I could just cross play with people on Xbox or my PC?
Like, I don't.
What reason would I have?
I mean, Yakuza is great.
Halo.
Yakuza's gonna be on all platforms.
Yakuza.
Yeah, that's not an exclusive. I get that on PlayStation.
Fable. That's
Fable. Once we see what that looks like, it's gonna be dope.
Fable could be the Final Fantasy 7 for them, or it could be the Kingdom Hearts 3.
Or it could be the Recore.
Damn, that game fell out of here, didn't it?
Damn.
All right,
Bruh,
so
this a few of them that did that too. Like, there's games I'm sure, like, if you say, I was like, damn, I forgot that was the whole thing. I feel like we had a conversation about this recently.
We did. We really did. Who core? Yeah. All right. So look. So chat's giving me some look. Some Tweak says better stats.
Have you literally seen the stats? As a technical person, what PlayStation did is, and I double checked. I just literally double checked. I was actually in that stream when they went to go talking about the technical blah 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 blah. They're literally, thank you. They're telling you, and we all know this. We're smart enough to know this. We're adults. We know this. That console is not going to be as big as as much space on there as they're telling you. It has native 4K.
Mm-hmm.
Native.
Both of them
4K. No.
Mm-hmm.
PlayStation has confirmed they have 4K because they already had it on the Pro.
So did the One X.
So why are they saying native 4K on their $499 console?
For clarity?
But what's the difference?
Clarity?
Okay, I'll take clarity. I'll take clarity. But they're using a lot of terms to make it sound like it's more than what it is, or they're giving you more numbers. But we all know when you buy a console, the hard drive has a certain amount of space that is taken up. PlayStation told you off rip, we taking this much space. This is the rest you have left.
Mm-hmm.
They're now giving us the truth about that because I'm gonna keep it a band. They did lie about that for a few years.
Someone else in chat said it makes a great table stand and lamps. Okay, those are all true. Xbox Game Pass. There you go. Game Pass is a selling point. If you didn't have a PC, that's a great value. I will agree 100%. Even they're adding the EA Play thing to that too.
Isn't Game Pass is on this current one though?
It is.
Is that enough to buy this console?
We'll see. The thing is, I think it's harder for us to also, I guess, justify because we already have PCs and such, right? Let's say
I have everything.
Right. Let's just say we didn't have PCs at this point. We're just consoles. All we got is consoles right now. Mm-hmm. So we're now, as we used to always be, now we're in the mode of, do I go Xbox first or do I go PlayStation first?
Mm-hmm.
All my friends are on Xbox. That's always been a thing. So most of your people you play with on the daily, that's always a thing. That's going to be the deciding factor one way or another. Like that supersedes everything, right?
Depends though, because now we got crossplay for a lot of games
and Discord to have conversations in,
which still has not been implemented into consoles, which I think is crazy.
You're absolutely right, but we all have phones.
Yeah,
Discord is on phones, and
who wants to have multiple headsets on? That's the issue, and that's been issues.
Gotta hear the game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's been issues we've had trying to play. Like I really hate streaming from my PlayStation now, especially playing a multiplayer game, just because that shit is a mess.
It is.
I got a different capture card, so I ain't gonna say nothing. But no, you're right. But I'm saying if we're taking the PC aspect out of it, it is the crossplay. A lot of the games do have in-game chat. So if we don't do the Discord aspect, there is still in-game chat where people can talk. Right. And I can literally tell you, my friend, what brought me to PlayStation 4 was my friend from 360 saying to me, come play these games over here. And now, if I'm playing Apex, and Apex makes everything crossplay, what do I need to spend this money for? What is really going to make me spend this money? And if like I said, I already have an Xbox in my home. I'm a multi-console home. I've always been a multi-console home. If I'm already paying for Game Pass on this Xbox to play these games. What am I paying for another console for? What is going to be on this Game Pass for me to buy this console? Right now,
immediately.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Right now, nothing.
Yeah. Well, the other thing too is now, like you said earlier, they're more in the business of focusing on software at this point anyway. They got xCloud, Game Pass. They're really trying to get you hooked on that stuff anyway, more so than anything else. So, the reason why I agree that Microsoft isn't out of the gaming business in general, but they may consider the box or just doing like custom PCs as an Xbox rather than making a console specifically. It's a little bit different. You know, they have those, I forget what they're called, but they're the Nogs, I think they're called, where they're like smaller PCs that you can still like customize and, you know, change out the graphics card or the RAM and blah, blah, blah. They might end up just only sticking to that at some point because...
I mean, look at the form factor of this one now.
Yeah. Yeah.
So now basically what it looks like it is going to be...
Nux. That's what it was, Nux.
What it looks like it... So we say Xbox, but ultimately it's Microsoft, right?
Yes.
So, I mean, what it looks like it might be, maybe they're trying to waters and see if they can get into that space of people building entertainment center PCs. You know what I'm saying? So now you have a reputable brand as Xbox or a reputable family as Xbox. Mm-hmm. But now it's more of a PC-ish. Now they've added more PC quality. That thing I would think would be smart for them to do. I think that would be something that they can get in on that market. You've seen Steam boxes and whatever Google's trying. Stadia?
Stadia.
You've seen all those but these are software and other companies trying to get in on it. But now you're already a gaming company. Why don't you just change your form factor up, speed it up a little bit, add a couple more programs to it? Now I feel like that would be a smart move.
I mean, it definitely could be, and that's why I said depending on how the sales of the consoles go is probably where their next move is going to be. We all can sit there and say Microsoft has been a PC name first, game name second, so it would only make sense for their next step to be something of, okay, we lost this battle. What are we going to do? And like I said, with the cloud, with everything being more accessible on PC, it makes more sense for them to, okay, we couldn't fight Sony, so we're going to fight Steam. They have a better fight for that versus a lot of other, like Epic, EA, Ubisoft. They already have contracts with those people. Why not? They could go to them and say, hey, here's this money that we made off the console. We want to do this now. Forget making physical copies. Forget making consoles. We're going to put this money here and we're going to compete against Steam. Because other than them other factors, what else is there on PC to play games on other than the actual developers' systems? Nothing. It'd be another fight that they have a better chance at winning.
Well, here's an interesting question to y'all then. Is Xbox selling enough to justify making Xbox? Like, I feel like it is.
And that's where the launch the launch in the first year is gonna matter. And that's why me personally, I'm like, for what y'all are dropping, y'all are going to have to this has been a race for generations. You are now losing. You gonna have to hit people with something more than I have faith that y'all are Xbox fans. You have to give these people who have been diehard, ride or die Xbox fans something more than just, hey, here's the price first. Hey, here's the pre-order. Because Sony just said, all right, we can do that too. Give these fans these games. Halo should have been out. Halo should be at launch. They deserve this. I deserve this. Mira deserves this. Every single one of us that has played Halo, they should have put their name and neck on that. That is what brought us to them, and that should have been what kept us with them, and they dropped the ball. So they gonna have to do something other than what they doing to even keep it a battle.
We've been telling them that for how long? How many years? When the last time you seen Fusion Frenzy?
Haven't seen that in so long. I missed that game.
I want Fusion Frenzy. It was great.
Bruh, and it's crazy just because like I don't. Back when me and my friends had Game Hall, I wrote a little opinion piece about if you're not really a gamer if you so focus on the battle. Like if you want to be a gamer, you try to get all the game systems that you can, right? But it always comes down to exclusives, and it's sometimes like the Xbox, like the completely pro Xbox are like, nah, we got y'all. We got Sony exclusives. Like, where? Y'all, like, we've had years without recurring exclusives. Years without new exclusives. And so at this point, it's just kind of marketing as more of the software or whatever we were mentioning. Like the only people that are really focusing on the gaming is Sony and Nintendo. And we know what Nintendo over there doing. Nintendo's focused on couch gaming. They don't care about none of that other stuff.
Online, what's that?
Nintendo dropped the Mario for y'all. They don't want Nintendo. Nintendo is a whole different genre, right? They're like, oh, hey, guess what? New Monster Hunter. That's what you guys want. You want new Monster Hunter.
Phantom Dust. Whatever. Remember Phantom Dust?
No.
They have a lot of exclusives that they've been letting sit around. They got Rare, they got Conquerors, they got GoldenEye. They could have made a remake. Perfect Dark, Cameo, Viva Pinata at least.
Banjo, damn Zooey.
Do they?
What was that, Mary?
No, I was saying I feel like Microsoft seems to be more focused with like accessibility and inclusivity and making sure as many people can play their games as possible. And that's fine as far as like, making things accessible for everyone. But I guess my personal opinion, I just feel like they're fumbling with the sense of like, in the sense of like no exclusives. What draw do I have if if these things are so widely available and you have no exclusives right now? What draw do I have to purchase this console?
Yeah.
And I feel like an analogy.
They are just focused on making everything available to everybody.
Yeah.
And I feel like an analogy for it is like there's no personality. Like so, like when we look at singers or rappers or whatever, and they seem to have the same skill set, but you always gravitate toward one, is because of their personality. It's something that draws you, and like Xbox there's clearly potential in it, but it won't give it to you.
Yeah. And they've tried. I feel like I'm watching like that kids Olympics, and there's like that one kid that's like sweating and like really running around, but like keeps missing the goal, and he keeps shooting and kicking the ball in the goal, but like it just never goes where it's supposed to go. And you feel bad because you're watching, you're just like, I see you trying and I see you putting in the effort and you're giving it everything you got, but it just ain't enough.
Because they take away Scalebound.
Like I said, I really, and like I said, not a fangirl type thing. I really want, as a tech person, as a gamer, I want to see Xbox give their communities, their fans, what they want. I want to fight. I want to be like, I want to look at my money in my hand and be like, do I want this? Do I want that? Do I want this? Do I want that?
It should be a question, at least.
I enjoy that. Like I find it proud that I can sit there and be like, yeah, you know what I got in my closet? I got a Dreamcast, I got a 360, I got, an N64, I got 2 PlayStation 2s. Like I'm proud of being a multi-console holder. So for me, I want this battle, not the argument battle, but them pushing their equipment battle. I want to see what their developers can do that make exclusives in their office. I want to see what Sony can do in their office. I want to see how much are y'all going to push these gaming limits, because we're in a new age of technology. What can you show me?
And that's when the consumers win.
Right, and right now, I don't see it from Xbox right now. I want to. I want to. I would love to see a new age fusion. Look at this.
Oh my God, it takes me back.
Oh, the memories.
Oh my God,
8th grade, boy. Yeah, whacking them damn bugs.
Yeah.
No,
so what do y'all feel about this? One thing I do feel that both of these consoles, or any next generation consoles, if consoles continue to go forward, what I do think they need to make sure they do to compete with the people who are starting to move toward PC. No PC elitists here, but the people that are moving toward PC for its convenience, outside of very niche things, right? Is we talk about backwards compatibility. Backwards compatibility needs to be a thing, But I think in tandem with that, you need to have cloud storage. Cloud-based storage has to be a well-working machine. So let's say we do have backwards compatibility, but I got to start all the way over. What's the point?
Here's something. Here's something I want to point out to you with that. I get the wanting the backwards compatibility, but I don't blame. How do I put this? I don't blame them for not having the backwards compatibility, because you have to realize the discs are different discs. So what I've seen that they've done, which I do appreciate, is, okay, we can't put this back on. We can't have it so you put your disc in and play again. So we do have it digitally. I do respect that. I do agree with you. If I start God of War on the PlayStation 4 and I don't finish and I go and get a 5 and I get this pass that y'all telling me to get and I can pull God of War from your thing, I should be able to pull from my save file. I do agree with you there. Yeah, definitely. At least have something like that, since y'all are putting in the whole, hey, these are our former collections from our prior series. At least let me access my save files. I completely agree.
Yeah. You know, I think that having backwards compatibility is important to an extent. Like, you don't want that to be your only saving grace for your console. Like, you still want to have new experiences using the new tech that you can rely on, but having the backwards compatibility, I mean, that helps. There's no reason why, especially with the infrastructure now with PlayStation got, when Xbox got, they're only implementing based on the older architecture. They're not making a new, like they did with the PS3. So
you're right. Especially since you play discs that still have to install 40, 80, a million gigs onto your hard drive.
Exactly. All the disc is just a checkup. It's like, oh, do you actually have this game? Yeah, all right.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, that's all exactly. It is. Listen.
I mean, I know people want this for at least having them.
The physical library.
Yeah, the physical library. Like, I could reach over right now and show you guys Dreamcast games. You know, like I wanted Final Fantasy VII to be physical because I'm a Final Fantasy head. You know, so I get the wanting the disc for collectors aspect. You know, type thing.
I respect y'all's time, so I don't want to take up too much of your time at this point. Questions from chat. What y'all got for us?
Wish I still had my old consoles. My brother took all my damn consoles. He's the one that introduced me to video games, and every time I got a new console, he would yeet my old one.
Damn.
Okay. So let me ask, Mira, out of all of them, which one would you want?
I actually want to find my green Nintendo 64, my Donkey Kong Nintendo 64. They have it locally, but it's like, we selling it for $200. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go back to Brooklyn and go dig in my basement.
Yeah.
I want to play Donkey Kong 64, and they're like, no, if you have one, look for it first, like, please, because they're like, it's kind of expensive over here.
Actually,
look for it.
I definitely know people who do what they call relic hunting around here, because we got a lot of game exchanges. So I might have to, hey, what y'all, and they be finding some good stuff. I'd be jealous, like, you found that? Where? What?
Right.
Someone had a question in chat. It was physical or digital?
Digital. I don't have enough PlayStation games to warrant the physical at this point. I mean, like, physical PlayStation games. There's no reason for me to get a physical.
It depends on the game for me, but I've also been a person who my PlayStation has stopped letting me load disc, so I had no choice but to become digital, and then I fixed it. So now I'm like, it depends on the game.
Depends on what you feel like doing. What about you, Mary?
Physical, only because I feel like these freaking consoles don't have enough hard drive space. I'm like a hard drive space, like I'm a space hoarder. Like, I like to have a lot of hard drive space, and I feel like a lot of these consoles, these SSDs don't have enough space. So I, rather keep like it in physical condition. But even nowadays, when you have the CD, you put it in, it still takes a significant amount of the hard drive space you already have sometimes. I'm like, what the hell? But I pick physical over digital.
Okay. Overall, I pick physical, but I see the appeal of digital. I definitely see it.
Convenience.
Yeah.
So he was specifically talking about the PS5, I guess.
Oh, okay. I like the way the digital one looks more, but I think I want the physical one because I don't know how they're going to do the backwards compatibility with the pre-existing discs on the PS4. Like, would I have to get a disc drive separate if I get the all digital one in order to access those games, or would I be able to? How does that work?
Which is why nothing's gonna be day one for me this time.
Wait, what's gonna be day one?
I said, which is why nothing is going to be day one for me this time.
Yeah.
I need more answers.
I definitely, I never do on launch. I respect those who have the finances to do it. One, I'm poor. So I don't have that money to drop right now. And you know, I grew up in an age where we used to have layaway. And that is not around no more. So I normally end up buying consoles like at least 6 months to a year later. But when I do get it, I'm probably like you, Oni. I'm probably gonna do the disc just because I don't wanna just rely on digital. I kind of, like I said, there's going to be probably some games. Like I know for a fact, with me being an Assassin's Creed fan, I'm going to want the physical. I'm not going to want the digital because I have all the rest of them physical, you know. So I think I'm going to shell up the extra money. I'm going to have to sell an ankle pick or something.
Yeah, get that OnlyFans on and popping, you know what I'm saying?
Get the cankle only and get the disc drive one.
Make your money. So another question. This is a fair question. Mira, the community wants to know if you know that you are that bitch.
Oh God. I've seen that too. I'm like, Nia, please.
Oh, Tree was in here asking that same question too.
There's a lot of people. You might have missed a few of them.
Yeah, mess. Yeah, I saw Trini when it was like, yo, ask Mira that. I gotta go, but ask Mira that. I'm like, oh boy.
I did. Let's see. Someone asked what would, all right, I think the question was supposed to be who would be buying an Xbox, or are you waiting? I'm not sure what that question was. Please ask that in a different way, please. I'm a little confused.
Infamous, does your Dreamcast still work?
Yes, it does.
I'm jealous.
Lucky.
So my Dreamcast randomly just stopped working one day. I tried to turn it on and it wouldn't.
So let me tell you a little childhood story, right? I am what you would call a tinkerer. I like to take things apart and put things together. Okay. So what happened with me becoming this tinkerer is people would bring me their broken consoles, and I would take the parts and repair consoles. So my Dreamcast is actually 2 broken Dreamcasts that I put back together. Like I have 3 PlayStation games in there, and all of them work just because I tinkered them back together. I just don't have my cords. I'd have to go on Amazon and get my cords. But I have my controllers. I have my games. Like I've been wanting to pull that out. Like I said, I got my 64 in there. I might, like I said, have to send that to Mira with Donkey Kong so she can play it. Just like, here, go play some Donkey Kong on the controller, the actual controller, not the emulator type stuff. So yeah, I'm a tinker.
So when I watch regular shows, sometimes I think about myself and I feel bad. I feel like sometimes I should turn on my gamer card. So when I was moving to Arizona, leaving my parents' house, moving Georgia, I had to make some space. And, you know, my parents like, what's this shit? You might throw this shit away. It's taking up space. So this shit that was being thrown away or given away or whatever was my Master System. Ooh. My GameCube, just things like that. Ooh. And I think about it, like I watched regular shows, like they playing on the Master System.
Hard.
And now if I were to go try to just get one for all time, it's like I bet this should be probably $500, $600.
Shit.
Some crazy shit.
You have to go
wrong.
find it you have to go find it in the cut. You can't go look online because online be trying to get you, but
They're gonna try to get me.
you're gonna have to look in like an old pawn shop or old, like we used to have an old like toy shop up here, and all the retro stuff was in there, and I would just literally go in there and be like, never even seen that. So you might have to hunt around. Just don't go. eBay gonna go for your pockets. Don't do eBay.
Yeah.
Actually, I want to ask y'all. Should we take these last few questions, or should we disband? How y'all feeling?
What are the last few questions? Oh,
Question.
You want to say? Oh, can I slide this in real quick? You said you're a tinker. That's my brother too. Like he does that with computers. That's why he took all my damn consoles, because he was taking my shit to sell and fix other people's shit and do all types of other stuff. He even paid me one time. Talk about something. I give you $700 if you pass your classes, but the fine print was $700, and I'm gonna take your GameCube and all 30 of your fucking games. Yeah, that was the fine print. I was like, where you going with my GameCube? He was like, hey, I gave you your money. I said, you just said you was giving me money. You didn't say you was taking my... But yeah, he would take my stuff. If I get a new console, he'd take it, tinker, like do that, break it down, fix people's stuff, mod his Xboxes. Like he did all of that shit.
no,
Wow.
I did the reverse. We bring that to the house. We don't take it from the house. No,
Yeah,
bro. No.
He had his own. Like I could go in the basement, play whatever I wanted to. But like it was just dozens of consoles in the basement. That's why I probably won't even know which Nintendo is mine if I find it.
Look, as long as you find it, that is the key part.
Yes.
That is
Great.
Yes. What game? One game are you most looking forward to for this holiday?
Spider-Man.
What was it?
Spider-Man.
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 Ooh, I'm convinced based off what we saw that that's a need cop. Need.
Let me see.
That is a need cop, but that is not what I'm looking forward to.
What you got?
I mean, I'm the cybernetic unicorn. I've been wanting Cyberpunk. It's been on
that.
reserve since they talked about it. I need it ASAP, sure. I can wait on everything else, but that I'm gonna need that in my cart. I'm gonna need the money to go to the card so I can put it on the console. Like that's
Right.
I need. Can I have, please? Please.
She
Just
got you with the
whole
ooh,
face.
please. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to agree.
That's a mood.
I was gonna say Demon Souls just because, like, what I might actually do is finally get the DLC for Bloodborne and play through that. Like playing Remnant, like it just kind of revitalized that love for like the hard shit. It could get you stressed out, but then you feel so successful, like you did something. You feel like you did something when you beat that bitch. But just because I'm not, hey now.
Who said that? That's wild. That's wild. That's crazy.
But just because I'm not gonna get a PS5 at launch, it's not gonna be Demon Souls. So I'm gonna go with Cyberpunk.
Okay. Okay. Compelling.
I've always liked technology too.
I've known about Cyberpunk longer, so I'm gonna say Cyberpunk, but that Miles Morales, man, that Miles, I got me feeling some kind of way, fiending in the corner for some Miles Morales, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know Spider-Man anyway.
I always have fun with Spider-Man, period. So like Miles Morales, just it being Miles Morales, that's just like extra hype.
Yeah.
No, Royal just said it.
To turn up with Spider-Man.
As a unity, we are going to acquire both. That is the move.
Yeah, definitely.
It's going to be both. We are all gonna be gloriously happy and represented.
Yes.
I got a question.
Definitely.
Oh shit, we got a question from within.
Who the hell asked for another Abe's Odyssey game?
Actually, the actual Oddworld fans did.
Are there that many? Like they still around? I never liked that game. I'm sorry.
They're still around.
Well, you were the one that literally just said not too long ago don't they have access to this? Well, actually, Oddworld, Ratchet and Clank, those games did well actually on the 4 this last gen. So
I love Ratchet and Clank.
yeah, so they brought them to new gen. Same thing with Little Big Planet and naming it Sackboy now. So there's plus they still have to, even though I'm not gonna lie though, this one look a little bit more grittier.
Oh god, the dark humor is off the charts with this. Like
it looks a little bit more grittier. So I can't even say they're appealing to their child fans. I literally believe this was a die-hard, hey, we've rocked with you fans, because it's gritty.
Yeah,
I like it.
My only complaint with the Odyssey thing was just its play style. Like at my age, like that wasn't like that. Just I needed point click. I didn't even need point click. I need press this button, arm moves, gun shoot. Something need to be happening now. I needed real time buttons and happening.
Yeah.
So have you gone back and played it now?
No.
Go back and play it now.
I might try to do that.
just now that you big dream, you not little dream no more. You not little nightmare, you big dream. Depending on who you asking, and go back and just try to see. You might find the allure in it now that you're a more older, mature gamer.
This is true, and just all of our conversation just points me more question marks at Nintendo. Like when we mentioned about it's always Mario, like and it's always Mario Kart. Diddy Kong Racing was an amazing game.
Diddy Kong Racing
actually had like a story mode in that joint, like questing and whatnot. Like I don't. Sometimes I just don't understand.
They don't remember that shit.
We'll be here all day if we get to.
Well, that was once again having to deal with the licensing thing, because if you remember from Diddy Kong Racing, like Diddy Kong was part Nintendo, but it also had rare characters. Clonker is a rare character. Banjo-Kazooie is a rare character, and so at that time, Nintendo had the rights, because if you remember, Clonker's Bad Fur Day was on Nintendo 64. So
Nintendo let that slide.
Yeah, I mean, look where it got them though. I mean,
mighty poo.
What is Rare doing now anyway?
That if you have to ask me one game that I would love for Rare to remake, other than like Perfect Dark, would be Clonker's Bad Fur Day. I would love just an adult new version of that game, just to have something that we can all, like I said, it's from our childhood or our youth, but it's still now we can fully say I know what they were talking about in that, instead of acting like I don't know what they talk. Like when when Clonker was drunk, my mama seen that, she was like, "Is he drinking a beer?" I don't know, mama. I don't know, but I know. I thought it was root beer. It didn't say Budweiser on there. It just said XXX. Huh? You know.
Lord. Anybody remember Wild 9?
I heard about it, but never played it.
Well, it's just the only thing I want from gaming, and this is not just console. It's just, that's when all the innovation was coming out when we were in console. I just want gaming. I need more indie development, and we got a lot of indie development going on. I want to be flooded with indie development. Wild 9. I don't think who is Wild 9? THQ. Wild 9 I love that game. Nobody remembers it. No.
You say THQ to me, I'm thinking wrestling games every time. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No mercy. That's the first thing coming to my brain when you say THQ.
It was Shiny Entertainment.
The one game that I want to see remastered is Legend of Dragoon. I need it like they did Final Fantasy VII Remake. I need that shit. We ain't heard a peep about it. Not a single peep. No peep. Nothing.
Peep, pop, pop.
Not a ting. And it just breaks my heart.
One more thing I would actually like a remake of. Especially seeing that they've done what they done with Sekiro and Ghost of Tsushima.
I know you're gonna say.
I know what you're gonna say.
Come on, bring it on.
Capcom, I need a new Oni Musha. Thank you. Give me the daughter of the granddaughter or grandson of Jubei or Samanosuke. I need that.
Samanosuke. Give us Samanosuke's granddaughter. I would lose my mind for that.
Like I need that.
I want to know all the details of who the mama was and then who the daughter was from there, and then I want to know all. Listen, give me that. Give me that.
Capcom. I don't ask much. I've taken a lot. Being a former Street Fighter player, I cannot.
Yes.
I can think of two things.
Yes.
Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
Ooh.
And because that was my shit.
Yes.
I still listen to the intro music. Gonna take you for a ride.
That
was my like that was my stream alerts and everything. Like that's my shit. That I need that back, and I want Herbs, like a Sims game that I used to play on GameCube.
I remember Herbs.
I miss Herbs so much, but the way they act at the studio when I bring it up, like I brought it up to one of the engineers, and they act like that was like an embarrassment or some shit. Like I was like, I miss Herbs, and he was like, Herbs.
Oh,
that's
like they
too, right?
They treat that at HQ like that's some type of like embarrassment that they don't talk about or something. Like he was like, Herb. I was like, yeah. I was like, that was one of y'all best games.
That's wild.
I felt like that's one of the normie one though. Like that would have been something that I probably would enjoy. So I actually do have a question for you, Mira, since you do main The Sims and you've been playing Sims for so long. You mentioned before that you play a lot of management type, resource management, all those games. What is it that draws you in for those? Because I can't get behind them myself.
I don't know. I don't know if it comes from like my mom's an entrepreneur. It's kind of like the entrepreneur thing, and like I like to run businesses and games. Like even when I play Sims, there's gonna be some household where I run one or multiple businesses and manage businesses. I even do that in The Sims. So I like time management and like working my way from the bottom. You start off in a time management game and you have to, spend money and serve the people, and it's kind of like I don't know, it's stressful, but it's not as stressful as like some other games that people play, but it's stressful enough that, and it it's rewarding to me. Like I play games where you have to like run countries and you have to pass laws and do things that'll make everybody happy so they don't revolt and blow your ass up. Like it's just all different types of games. I don't know. Like I don't know if there's like an inner control freak thing going on where I just like to control, and I like, I really like entrepreneur games. And Sims and like games similar to that give that to me, like, the ability to just like I love having Sims kind of start off and they don't have any money, and then I like have them work, and you got this job and you got that job and you run that business and you run this. Like, well, my gameplay is a whole lot wilder. So like I'll have like a strip club over here and I'll own a vet, and then they'll own a brothel, and then like. And I've been doing that since I was like a kid. Like I used to even implementing like all the wild shit in my game with like mods and Sims and entrepreneur. Like that's just always been me. Mm-hmm. It's fun for me.
You like the endorphins of the stress.
Yeah, I'm like, gotta get this money. These bills are coming. I even have I have a mod that makes bills higher in my game because the bills in Sims are too cheap and it's too easy. Yeah. Sims 4 is just too damn easy.
I didn't know like Sims was a game that you could just master like that. Damn.
Yeah.
It's too damn easy. We modded to make it harder and make more things happen.
Yeah.
They got this happy-go-lucky shit going on. They trying to brand the little kids, and all the like dark components of the past games are gone, and it's lacking.
Yeah.
So wait, I got a question now, Mira. Since I actually have it sitting on my desk and you brought it up.
Herbs?
No, I have Marvel vs. Capcom 2 sitting on my desk, like right now, the physical Dreamcast disc.
Oh my god! Oh, I remember those days, yo. Let me see.
I'm gonna
my heart.
I
used to be so excited when my brother bought that Dreamcast.
I didn't see that. It's in the CD book. This is it.
Oh my god!
That's
my heart.
That is it. So I need to know
so
your team that like when you went in, who was the first 3 people you grabbed?
Damn. What the hell was her name? Ruby? Was it Ruby Hart? The captain looking broad. The girl that looked like a cat. Morgan.
Felicia.
Felicia. I think it was Morgan, and it was so long ago. I used to go for all the women all the time. Like I was always very like, as a kid, any chance I got to play a woman in the game, I'm always picking the girls.
Mm-hmm.
I think that only kind of shifted with Marvel vs. Capcom 3, where I'll pick like Wolverine, Deadpool, and like Spider-Man or something. But I always went for the women. I can't remember who my third one was, but I definitely remember the ult where Shirley had the ult and she would bring like the whole ship in and cover half the map with her ass with her boat.
Yeah.
And just Felicia just rolling around in a ball and just scratching.
The whole one, she would freak out and her whole squad would jump on you.
That did mad damage.
Yeah, all type of tear your ass up. Oh, good times.
Man, Morgan was my main in that game. I would go in on people with her.
Yo.
Was
Chun-Li in there?
Yeah, she was.
Mm-hmm. And then because wherever I seen Chun-Li was always Chun-Li and her big ass legs is always a draw to me too, and all that kicking.
Me too.
Chun-Li, just every Street Fighter game, everywhere I saw Chun-Li, I always picked Chun-Li, like just the kicking, and I used to just keep going and just kicking.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
I had to get past my kicks.
That is beautiful.
Who would do with the lightsaber?
Hayato. That was one of my dudes too.
Iron Man or War Machine, Cyclops, either Hayato or Ryu sometime, boy.
Ryu.
Yeah, it was Morgan, Hayato, and I think it was either Cammy or Psylocke, depending on my mood. But
Rogue, Storm, and Psylocke. I had to get you with that kiss and take anything you were.
Rogue goes in.
I had to get you with that kiss. Come here, sugar.
It was Ruby Hart.
Yeah.
Ruby Hart in that ship.
I loved Ruby. She was just sit there, man. That game. So many. Oh my God, I have so many memories of that game.
Right. Listen, what y'all?
I gotta go on Amazon and find a plug.
Right.
Yeah, what y'all got going on for the rest of today and the rest of the week? What do you? Because I'm thinking about taking a little break and then playing some Warzone or something. I don't know what y'all are getting into today.
I'm down for some Warzone. I was thinking about getting on Black Ops today. Just because I think it ends today.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
It does end today, so if you have a chance.
Did you download it, sir?
No, not yet. Not yet.
We did.
I will.
It's 20 something gigs.
It's small. It took me literally like 20 minutes.
Are you hardwired?
I am.
Oh, so you'll be okay because you know how these consoles are with fucking throttling.
Yeah.
Oh, that shit is annoying.
Hopefully we don't see that with the next ones.
No, that was just slight rage. I apologize.
Is that
you don't need to see that, Mira. I'm happy. Look,
as the person who's worked internet, you sure it's the consoles and not the internet company?
Well,
I know my internet company is hot garbage. I don't got fiber. I don't got none of that shit. It's booty up here.
Yeah, I got Google Fiber, so I mean,
just rub it in. You got all the good internet.
Hey, that's just because of move. Because it's definitely not in Peachtree City, and it's not as wide as it's supposed to be in Atlanta either. Because once they started getting up under that ground, they said, "Oh shit, this shit probably expensive." They stopped that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you gotta worry about when you're running those lines. They put them in a certain type of casting, and if the castings, they're trying to do it biodegradable now, like so it won't damage anything. But that's where the hard part is, because you got to run into plumbing systems, sewer systems. It's unfortunately, I've been an internet tech agent, so I've had to deal with the conversations of explaining lines to people.
I understand.
It hurts. I feel bad. I feel bad for a lot of places. I'd be like, this is why I'm not gonna move there. I need fast internet.
So, Mary, what you got going on for the rest of the week and for the day and all that good stuff?
Probably cleaning up, chilling, updating my Sims. Well, not updating my Sims ones because they're pretty much up to date. A little bit of updating, getting my saves ready for my next stream. What was it you said? Warframe? What's it?
Call of Duty. I was thinking about doing some Warzone a little bit later.
Oh, Warzone.
Yeah.
Warzone. I always mistake the two.
I I play both.
I was thinking, yeah, because I'm like Warframe. What's Warframe? I'm always out of the loop. Which one is Warframe where they like zooming around and stuff? I tried to like that should be making me lightheaded just watching people play. I was like, I ain't even gonna bother. I want to play, but I ain't even gonna bother because if I'm getting lightheaded trying to watch somebody play, I don't know if I could. Like we played Resident Evil the other day. I
think you just got to turn motion blur off. You'll be all right.
It's part of it.
I'm gonna try that. Yeah, because I played Resident Evil 5 because that was another one. I'm scared of the zombie games, period. So I like revisited that and I got bad motion sickness. I was like, I'm dizzy.
Damn.
Wasn't even scared, just dizzy.
Yeah.
I was like,
see, you almost started a whole nother conversation by bringing up Resident Evil. I'm gonna shut up though. I
Yeah.
ain't gonna do it.
We'll save for the next time. We'll save for the next time.
Now I'm sitting here like, wait, what? Huh? I was confused for a second. Okay. Back, I'm just
game style.
Yeah.
we're not gonna talk about that. That's another podcast.
Boy.
That's a stream chat. That's not even a podcast. That's an entire stream, just chatting, talking about the mechanics of Resident Evil and the cameras. And why don't they give us bullets? We need bullets. Why do you do this to us?
Well, 5 was very arcade.
Stressed.
Well, I liked it.
Stressed.
Stressed.
Mira, Dream, Infamous. I really appreciate you all taking the time to for us to all come together and chat and nerd out together and show the rest of the audience at home, what makes us tick and all the interesting things about each other. So thank you for your time. Mira, where can people go to find more of you?
Xmiramira everywhere, Twitter, YouTube, Twitch. I got my little Discord popping. Same name every place, trying to keep the brand consistency going. And we just play a lot of Sims. You will come into me cussing out Sims. There will be some ass thrown. It might be, Sims doing something strange for a little piece of change in the corner, but that's okay. I'm dealing with it. I've been playing Among Us, and like I said, I do variety when I feel like it. And yeah, that's where you can find me, everywhere. Same name.
Good. DreamManifested.
Yes, people. So you can find me. It's pretty much DreamManifested everywhere. Epic is Nerds Nature. That's another conversation. That's my LLC, but we don't need to get into that. So on Epic, somebody took DreamManifested already, I guess. So that's Nerds Nature. And I think YouTube, I don't know if you go to YouTube if it's DreamManifested or Nerds Nature, but it's one of those. But yeah, DreamManifested, everything else, you'll more than likely find me. Come stream, say what's up. Come to Discord, say what's up. I'm here for you.
And whoever took that, hey, you.
He's a bitch.
Infamous. Where can people go to find more of you and learn more?
Learn? What's that? Now you can pretty much find me here on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram. Literally the name is across the board. I am Imfamousx1x. It is not I'm famous. It's Infamous. Come say hi. I'm always lurking in most people's streams, so you'll definitely see me peek up a little unicorn emote and just to say hi. So I think more people hear me talk more. They're like, hey, she's not so mean. So, I don't bite unless you want me to. But definitely stop through. Like I said, if you see me in a chat, if I'm modding or lurking, just say hi. And like I said, I'm always in my Discord. I'm in Oni's Discord. I'm in Mira's Discord. I'm in a lot of Discords. So, just say hi.
Yeah. And once again, thank you everyone in chat for being here, being vocal and active and asking all the questions and answering some of the questions that we posed as well. I appreciate you all. Once again, my name is Black Oni. This is where you can find the Black Oni Podcast, as well as all the action RPGs, fighting games, and shooters that we do on here. We have a good time. Most likely later we'll be playing some Call of Duty, whether it's Warzone or whether it's the Black Ops Alpha or Beta, whatever it is right now. And we may do some Among Us. I have not played it yet. I don't know what I'm doing. If the crew here wants to teach me what the hell I need to be doing in that game, I'm definitely down for that as well. But It has been a pleasure.
Baptism by fire.
God damn it.
Lead you to the wolves.
Yeah. I hope I want to do this bi-weekly. I'm gonna try to keep up with that. Mira, it was an absolute pleasure having you on. I'd love to have you on again. And
Just let me know.
got you. And obviously, Infamous Dream. You guys are already part of the rotation now, so it's just a matter of coordinating the time and all that good stuff. Anyway, everyone at home, go follow these lovely people. Go have a wonderful day. I'm just gonna do some errands and then we're gonna get back to the action.
My shades.
We're gonna raid someone in the meantime as well before I come back. So thank you all so much, and I'll see you soon.